All right, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of New Lunar Radio. I'm your host, Jay Brony, and with me, as always,
Hi, I'm Darko.
that pause every time. Every time there's a pause. How long it will be,
It
nobody.
builds the suspense.
How long it'll be, nobody knows.
Maybe next week I just won't say anything at all.
Maybe.
Mm.
As I awkwardly stumble all over myself, like trying to keep the show moving, giving you,
Stumble away.
giving
It's all
you,
part of my evil plan.
giving you opportunities to jump in, but then you never do. So, could be interesting, could be fun, but people will have to wait until next week to find out. This week, though, we're gonna do some news. Yay, pony news!
News?
Woohoo! So, another short news show this week. Where the news is very, it's slim, because it's definitely still the hiatus. So all that good stuff. First up on the list here is the same day that they aired Equestria Girls last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They also announced the winner of the Fluttershy I just spoiled it
from the beginning.
It was ruined. The fan favorite contest on the same day, and the winner was Fluttershy. So
And the fans were wrong.
and the fans were wrong. We didn't know at the time because when we recorded, it hadn't actually happened yet. So but whatever. It's Fluttershy.
That's not the best, honey.
It's the fan favorite, though.
No.
As voted on by the fans.
No, I don't believe this. They rigged it.
It's rigged.
Rigged.
Totally rigged.
All rigged.
So the other thing too is during the airing of the movie and the marathon that they did, they aired a bunch of commercial drops and bumps during the airing of the movie and such. And there was cute kids. They were like, "Oh, look, I voted for this one." There was also a couple adult males, may or may not have been bronies, but not very many. They did, put it more towards the small child demographic. And
I voted for Applejack because I'm not allowed to have an opinion anymore.
And Andrea Libman came on and said that she's like, I voiced Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy, and I like both of them because things and stuff. So
I'm not biased at all.
totally. She did say she voted for both of them, so she definitely cheated. It's supposed to be one vote. Or actually, no. I think you could get an extra vote or two by
Extra 10 votes.
Yeah. So did she do 5 and 5? We'll never know. But regardless, Fluttershy is the winner of the fan favorite vote.
Because it was rigged.
Much to the disenjoyment of everybody except for the people who like Fluttershy. So, yeah. Speaking of not Fluttershy, Megan McCarthy put out another tweet doing her thing, keeping the hype going for season 4. And it said, "Loving the places we're taking Rainbow Dash's character in season 4. So many feels."
How is that hype?
It's hype, man. Building the hype, season 4.
It's not really.
Yep. Building
It's
up
like,
that hype. Building up that Rainbow Dash hype.
No.
Feels hype. Them feels be strong.
Meh.
Meh. You're mad about this?
Meh. So much meh.
It's, it's getting pretty hype.
Meh.
What if Scootaloo
Meh.
what if Scootaloo explodes, and then she goes and she beats up whoever exploded them? So many feels.
Meh.
It could happen.
Meh.
Still meh. Is it because it involves Rainbow Dash? Is that why you're meh?
Probably.
Probably.
No word out on Best Pony.
Well, interesting. It could be interesting. I want to see. Maybe they'll finally break the bitchiness of Rainbow Dash out of her character a little bit. Break her. You will be broken.
They tried, but she's unbreakable.
So she's Bruce Willis.
She's a siren.
Does she have your permission to die? No.
I could go either way with that.
Okay.
If characters actually start dying on the show, I would welcome this change.
You'd welcome it. The final season is the end of the 5th season, and the end of it is that they all die.
Yay!
They are all dead. Fallout Equestria style.
Ugh,
Not that you. No, not that style. That's
no.
Okay. Next up, since you know you like video games, at least I know you like video games, Darko.
What? I hate video games. Video games are lame. Totally.
Totally lame.
Totally lame.
Totally lame video games.
Totally lame.
So, have you ever heard of a video game called Stepmania?
Yes, I was disappointed with it.
You're disappointed with Stepmania?
Because I like myself some DDR. And I was like, oh man, DDR. And then it's like, oh, these people realize that people are probably going to be playing with keyboards and just like, I don't really like mindlessly mashing a lot of buttons at once.
Well, what if I told you there was ponies in Stepmania? Would that change your mind at all?
If
slightly?
they were ability to do it with a proper pad, I'd be all for it.
So it's the lack of the pad that really gets you, huh?
No, I can use my pad. It's the lack of people releasing songs for the conscientious of the people who are using their feet.
Yeah, because Stepmania is pretty much geared towards the keyboard players nowadays, isn't it?
It has been since the start.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. But, well, this group called Trotmania has released a new pack. I guess it's the 5th pack that they've released. So, all it is it's a pony add-on pack for Stepmania. So, if you like Stepmania and you like the ponies, which I'm guessing you like one of those things if you're listening to this right now. It's a far-fetched guess, I know, but
people like ponies, what?
Yeah, you can look that up. It's Trotmania Crystallize, I guess is the packs. That's what it's called. I'm not sure. It's like I'm not a huge fan of Trotmania either, or Stepmania.
What was
either.
that?
Stepmania. I definitely said Stepmania.
I didn't hear that.
I definitely said Stepmania. I didn't say any C words or anything like that.
Not the C word. That's not allowed on this show.
So, Stepmania. If you want to get ponies, look up Trotmania Crystallize and hook it up. Get some ponies up in there. Speaking of making ponies, you remember how everybody makes their own ponies that look like semi not so good because, you know, they're just generic pieces pasted together to look kind of pony shaped And then they
are you trying to say that people are ever gonna stop doing that?
I'm not saying that they're not going to stop doing this,
Mm.
because especially now, since the tool that they use to make them has received an update.
An update.
An update.
An update.
General Zoe's Pony Creator has been updated to version 3. Not again.
Version 3.
So
Ooh, what's this random button? Oh man, I just made a cool OC, man. Totally cool and not horrendous in any way.
It's not, it's totally not black with red eyes and.
What is proper color schemes?
I don't know. The new features of said Pony Creator are as follows: the ability to turn the pony's head, posing that's more accurate to the show. Really? Some new manes and tails, new accessories like neckties, necklaces, and additional hats. Undo redo buttons, the ability to zoom in or out on the pony, posable wings and tails. They don't highlight green like the other body parts, but if you click and drag them in pose mode, you can move them around. So, yeah. They're still being migrated over, but
I made you an OC.
Oh yeah, you totally made me an OC, huh? You'll have to describe what he looks like. Or she
he looks like I press a random button a couple of times and then pose it around.
Okay.
Would you like to see this?
I would like to see it.
It's a work of art.
Okay, so I have to try to describe this. The mane and tail look like Pinkie Pie's tail, and Pinkie Pie with the flat hair when she's depressed for the hair. Female head with fetlocks on the hooves, freckles, a pink color
above the eyes.
Yeah, freckles above the eyes, pink mane. Looks like eyes that almost look like they're pale, as in they're blind, but they're green hue-ish. And the legs are splayed in a way that is not natural. And the head is looking at her own flank somehow. So, this is the best OC ever. I hope you guys enjoyed my description. There's not much more to it than that. Oh, and the background is puke yellow. So, let it filter into your brain and rattle around in there and give you horrible nightmares. Thank you.
I could do this all day. I made a pony ball.
Thank you for the wonderful OC. I will use it nowhere ever and burn it quickly in a fire.
Do not steal.
Do not steal. So the next little tidbit here is the fact that we haven't talked about comics yet this week.
What? Why do you always have to talk about comics?
Because the comics are awesome. And you
always have to talk about them.
Because there's not so much news. So I need to talk about comics. So this week they've released a preview of the Celestia microseries comic.
Mm-hmm.
And it is definitely interesting, that's for sure. There's definitely what looks like to be... It looks like it's about high tea for the School for Gifted Unicorns, and the teachers, get together and they throw like tea for the students. And
when I went to school, that's all I really wished for. I wish we could have tea.
And it looks
but then
like
they're like, no. No tea, because tea is too hot for you young people. You'll hurt yourselves in the massive tea boiling scalding of 2002.
And it looks like, of course, Celestia has to do things like put up with uh, snotty parents because they're influential in the community, and things like that, and blah blah blah. So, like, I don't know, this one pony that gets dropped off for the school for gifted unicorns. She describes herself as a special little snowflake. She sure does look that way. She looks like she's missing a couple chromes. So, yeah, it ought to be interesting. Hopefully, good things come of this comic. So, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, it's pretty short news week this week.
I found a couple things.
Oh man, yeah! Tell me about them, Darko. Let's go.
Do you remember that pony and socks fad that was a while ago?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's back.
It's back.
It's back.
You know what? I do remember seeing this. Go ahead and tell us about it, though. I don't want to spoil it. Tell us about the
Sparkle in a sock.
What?
And you can hang the pony in your reenaction of gruesome things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, I think what you're talking about is the Christmas tree ornament that Twilight Sparkle is part of, where she's in a stocking, which is like a big sock. Sweet. She looks pretty comfy in that sock. Hey, guess what?
What?
Hasbro's finally acknowledged ponies and socks. It happened.
Yep. That's a pony in a sock.
Indeed it is. Are you going to buy one to hang on your Christmas tree?
Nope. I usually don't have a Christmas tree.
Me neither. We're boring.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I did find a Halloween costume from a costume I had back in 2008.
Huh. Was it like a pirate?
No.
No?
No. I'm thinking about wearing it because it barely fit me in 2008, and it doesn't. It's not even close to fitting me now. So I think I'm gonna wear it this year, and I'll post pictures.
But that means that I'd get to see what you look like, and that's
not if I censor my face.
Oh my god! What?
Snap.
Well, I guess that's fine. It'll be interesting, nonetheless.
You'll get to see how tall people look in costumes that aren't meant for tall people. It's really bad. I'm still gonna wear it, but it's really bad.
So, did you find anything else to share with the group?
None that really interests me.
Okay, well,
there's a preview for the second motion comic up, but again, it has no sound.
Yeah, I think we kind of determined that to begin with, but hopefully, like I said, we hear more about that when they actually release. But
first, you could have somebody buy the comic and then do like a YouTube video of a voiceover.
Yeah, you could.
That might not be ethical.
It might not be. You could be stealing. So, I guess what we'll do next is con stuff.
Are you gonna con me?
We're gonna do a quick little con breakdown. So, first up, quick little note about John Delancey heading to Salt Lake Comic Con. Probably not pony focused, but he'll be there doing stuff, signing autographs for, his
Trekkies.
Yeah, his fees, and probably for Trekkies. So, But I'm sure if you take something pony for him to sign, he'll sign it because, well,
he signed my chest.
Yeah, probably. Pay him enough money, and he probably will do anything. Well, sign anything at least. I don't know about doing anything.
Ooh. Maybe
And
they'll sign my costume to make it more legit.
maybe. Are you dressing up as Q?
No. Anything with a signature is more legit, though.
True. This is true. Also, another quick tidbit about Andrea Libman and Tabitha St. Germain. They're going to be at Otafest this year in Calgary on November 30th. And yeah,
That's way too late because then it'll be after Halloween.
yeah. They are wait. Yeah. November. Yep. And also it's not definitely pony related, but it is just a convention, mostly an anime convention, which are all slowly being overrun by ponies anyway, so well,
Mm-hmm.
Go get your signature on. Meet the voice of Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy and Rarity and Princess Luna and Nightmare Moon and the original Derpy voice and a million other voices that Tabitha St. Germain does. So, and last but definitely not least, TruckCon has announced their dates, prices, and their first guest for their 2014 outing. So this will be their third year coming out. I went to the first year, missed the second year, but definitely hoping that
you missed something. Oh no!
Oh no! Definitely hoping that I will make it to year 3. So we'll see, though. Depends on how things go outside of this and other things. But this year they're back, or 2014, they're going to be back June 20th through the 22nd, and they're going to be running for 24 hours again. Last year they ran for 24 hours straight, so on every day. So
Lovely.
Kudos to them on finding a place that would let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
That because honestly, it's not necessarily the people. Well, and then of course the backup to that is kudos to the staff that are willing to make that happen, because well, it's the hardest part is finding A, someplace that will let you be open overnight, and B, some people that will be willing to stay up overnight and shifts to allow you to be open. So, they opened up their pre-reg, and they're really, they got a super deal on it right now. It's only $25 if you register before October 9th. Which is pretty low. Granted,
discounts.
It is pretty early, but honestly, if you register now for 25 and you end up not being able to go, that's not that much money lost. So if you have any thoughts of going at all, I would say just go pre-register for $25 and deal with if you can't go, you can't afford the hotel, whatever, just maybe I know in the past that they didn't allow the sale of badges, but that might have changed, and they might make a exception. Not that I speak for them or any of their staff members, but for that price, it's really, if you have any inkling that you want to go, just because by the time that it gets close to the event, they're already saying that as of October 9th, it's going up $10, and that price will probably go up even more. So, the next thing that they announced was different tiers of sponsor badges. They're all named after the unicorn race or the pony races. Earth Pony tier is $100. It's $100. You get one VIP autograph, your name in the con book, and a sponsor badge, only metal pin by Pin Philly. The design is to be announced. Then you have the Pegasus tier, which you get all the Earth Pony stuff. TruckCon 2014 shirt signed by the staff, a poster, and a cupcake. An actual cupcake. Like a for real cupcake.
What? How quirky.
Then for the Unicorn tier, which is the next one up, the Pegasus tier is $200, by the way. The Unicorn tier is
That's a lot for a cupcake.
Yeah. Well, don't forget you get all the stuff from the Earth Pony tier too. So it's like only an extra. It's like you're just adding an extra $100.
Mm-hmm.
So there's then there's a unicorn tier that's 350. So add another 100, you get all the Earth Pony and Pegasus tier perks. Plus you get a Meet the Musicians backstage pass, and you get priority seating in main events. Then there's the Alicorn tier for $500. You get all Earth Pony, Pegasus, and Unicorn tier perks. Plus, you get to hang out with VIP guests for 1 hour. So, the extra 150 that you do over the Unicorn tier gets you to hang out with VIP guests for 1 hour. And so far, the only guest that they've announced is Eurobeat Brony, which is, of course, a musician in the pony fandom. If you haven't heard of them, you must be new. So,
pretty much.
So yeah, obviously I don't. That would be more under the backstage pass if you wanted to meet him, honestly. But so hopefully they're gonna do a lot of VIPs here soon. So.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely something. If you got the extra cash and you wanna throw it down, they definitely put on a good show. The year I went, it was their first year, and it was a pretty good run con for a first year con. And everybody I talked to said that the second year was even better. So, and I've even heard some people say that they liked it. They enjoyed it much more than even BronyCon, just because of the closer knit atmosphere, since it is a kind of a smaller con and kept small on purpose, because, well, they aren't necessarily looking to be the biggest, they're just looking to be good. So
what the convention is saying, Unicorn, Master Race, and Earth Pony suck.
I guess that they're saying that the tiers are that Earth Ponies are most terrible, Pegasus are less terrible than Earth Ponies, but still they're less terrible than Earth, but they're not as good as Unicorn. And then Unicorn is less terrible than Pegasus, but not as good as Alicorn.
Hooray!
So,
I agree with that.
Okay. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That
So
pretty much does it, though. It's all the con news I got. I'm all wrapped up. Sure you don't got anything else to add?
Nope.
No?
I think that does it.
All right, then. Well, that brings us to the end of another show of the New Lunar Radio. Hopefully this was enough news to tide you over, as we are drawing hopefully very close to the end of our long wait for the new season. What's our countdown at?
Let me pull up the count. 77 days, 1 hour, 58 minutes.
77 days. Okay. We're getting very close.
Done.
We're getting very close. And we need to hold together and just don't freak out anymore. Nobody should be freaking out. Season 4 is coming. Be ready. But that's it for this week. Hopefully more news next week. Hopefully more guests coming soon as well. So, check us out on Twitter. Twitter.com/New Lunar Radio. And also our YouTube channel, where if you're listening to this now, it's probably there. Mm-hmm. So, that's youtube.com/user/New Lunar Radio. So, check us out there, and we'll be back next week with more stuff. See you later.
Hooray.
Bye.
Bye.